What's up, guys? I'm Code Gray. Welcome to the channel. Now, I have already done a video talking about the importance of swerving. How important it is to ingrain that into your muscle memory. And the story I'm about to tell you today is going to explain why. And no, the thumbnail you're seeing, it's not clickbait. I was T-boned at the beginning of this week by an SUV. And yes, it was a hit and run. Now, I will reiterate the importance of practicing your swerving, because I do believe that was the only thing that kept me from getting flattened out on the pavement this week. Well, that and a shit ton of luck. Now, unfortunately, I was not filming at the time that this happened. I know, dumb move, but I was coming home from work. I worked the night shift. I commuted in the night before because it was finally warm enough for me to get a little ride in before work, and then I wanted to ride home because it was going to be decent out. And I was more interested in just going out for a ride than I was filming, so I didn't even bother. Well, since I wasn't filming, the only thing I can do is explain what happened. So, what happened was, I was on my way home. I was maybe 10 to 15 minutes away from my house. And the road that I take to come home, it is a 4-lane road. 2 lanes on the right, 2 lanes on the opposite side. And I ride in the left-hand lane. Now, I do that on purpose because it gives me more options. If something happens and I need to swerve to the right to avoid something, I have a whole lane to the right of me. And if something happens that I need to swerve to the left, if luck holds and there's no oncoming traffic, I can actually swerve into that lane to avoid something. Also, the road that I take home, the right-hand lane, it's kind of tore up. And it holds a lot of puddles, and it's not in the greatest of condition, so I don't really like riding in that lane anyway. I don't even like driving in that lane, to be honest with you. So I'm on my way home. I come into this adjacent city that I live in, and I got stopped at a red light intersection. So I stop there, and I wait for the light to turn green, and it just so happens I'm in the lead. Now, if you're a motorcyclist, you know when the light turns green, you go. Now, I don't take off like a bat out of hell or anything like that, but I do like to be ahead of traffic, just for safety reasons. I don't want no one up next to me hanging out on their cell phone or anything like that, so when the light turns green, I go. Now, it wasn't speeding. I got to the speed limit quickly, but I wasn't speeding. And I'm in the left-hand lane, like I said. Now, this person was in an SUV, and they come out of this driveway that's behind a trailer park. And without even slowing down, they come out of that driveway, entered into the road that I was on, of course, crossing both lanes. All right. Now, this person, I seen him coming, but I was close. I was very close. I tried to brake, but I knew instantly that if I tried to just stop, I would have T-boned them. I didn't have enough time to actually brake. So the next thing I could only think to do, which actually was muscle memory, I swerved. And that big chunk of luck was because I swerved into the oncoming traffic lane. And luckily, big luckily, there was no oncoming traffic. I swerved so hard, I had basically almost laid the bike down to get out of the way of this person. I almost made it. Not quite, but I almost made it. I swerved hard, but they T-boned me right into the side of my bike. Now, did I get hurt? yes and no. Strangely enough, the first place of impact was my leg. Now, I don't know if I've got rubber bones or what's going on, but that was the first place they hit, was right in the leg. And it hit me hard enough to take the back wheel off the road and bounce it over to my left a little bit. And then as I tried to straighten back up and they kept going, their bumper went from my leg to my exhaust. Now, did I suffer any real damage from it? Man, my knees felt a little janky this week, a little sore, but nothing extraordinary, let's put it that way. I'm not limping around or anything, but yes, it's slightly sore. My exhaust took some damage though, unfortunately. I'll show you a picture of it right here. So as you can see, the shield took a good portion of it, and that deep groove going up the side, which sucks. So yeah, it's kind of ugly looking now. And yes, I know, and now I have a good excuse to get a slip on, right? So, as I said, the person hit me in the leg first, went up my exhaust. I was able to, even though the bike was knocked to the left, I was able to straighten her back up, whip back over into my lanes, and just maybe 10 feet down the road, 10 to 20 feet down the road was a driveway. I whipped over into that driveway real quick and jumped off the bike, and was expecting this person to turn around and come meet me. Well, that didn't happen. They just kept on going. I figured I'd give them a little bit to find a good spot to turn around. I think I waited there in that driveway a good 10-15 minutes or so. And no, they split. Never bothered turning around. Now, I know the next question was, did I call the cops? No, I didn't. Because all I remember is it was I thought was a white SUV. And that's all I got. I didn't get no license number, no nothing. So, since I didn't have any type of description to give the police, I just went home. Of course, I went over the bike, made sure there was no major damage on it, on the tires or wheels or, anywhere else. Everything looked good other than my exhaust. At that point in time, I didn't feel any pain in my leg at all. So I didn't bother. I went home. So I know some of you guys are thinking I should have called the police anyway. But I guess my way of thinking at that time was, if this person's willing to hit and run, chances are they don't have insurance anyway. So the only thing I'd be claiming it on is my own insurance. And I didn't really want to hike up my insurance rates for damage to my exhaust. But wait, there's more. Actually, yes, there is more to the story. More to the story that I didn't know about at that time. Now, what I didn't know at the time, when I pulled over to get in that driveway, behind me at the red light was a co-worker of mine who just happened to be going the same way I was, who saw the whole thing. Well, when they saw that person hit me, they immediately did a U-turn in the middle of the road, and so did another driver in the area who saw the same thing. Someone I don't know. They both did a quick U-turn to stop this person who hit me and took off. Well, they followed this person a little ways down the road. My coworker got to the side of this person. The other driver got in front of this person and slowed down and forced him off the side of the road, and told this person, hey, you just hit a dude on a motorcycle. You need to go back and take responsibility for it. Well, this person agreed. So like I said, this person agreed to turn around and follow this person back to the scene of the incident. But while they were stopped, they took a picture of the vehicle and of their license plate. And they called the cops and gave the local sheriff department all the information. So the other driver that I don't know, they left, and the person who hit me started following my coworker back to my location. Well, they followed him maybe a couple of minutes, and then he looked in his rear view mirror and the person took off again. So they had no intentions of coming back. But I went to work that night. My coworker gave me all the information. And decided to let me handle it the way I want to. Now I have this person's vehicle description because I have a picture of it. I've got a picture of their license plate number. But I will say this. I don't want to go into too much description or detail about anything. But let's just say that the trailer park that this person came out of is known to have a lot of illegal citizens there. Let's put it that way. So it would stand to reason that even if I pursued the matter, I probably still wouldn't get anything out of it, because if they were willing to hit and run me and take off, and then take off again after they were caught, they're probably have no insurance, they're probably illegal, or both. So yeah, I know, again, some of you guys would say I should do something anyway, but I don't know. I decided to let karma be karma and do what it will. I mean, the police already have this person's information. I'm sure they've already paid this person a visit. Now, I've had enough bad karma around me recently, and I don't need any more, so who knows? Maybe doing something to this person will just come back at me in a bad way. I don't know. I'm not hurt. The bike's not that damaged. I'm going to leave it as it is. Yeah, so I guess to wrap this up, you know, I'm okay. The bike's dinged up a little bit. Luckily, it's only the exhaust. That'll be slightly expensive to replace, but not horrible, I guess. Overall, it could have been a whole lot worse. So let me reiterate one more time, guys. Practice your swerving. Get that into your muscle memory as best that you can, man. It can literally save your life. Literally. So, that being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. You guys ride safe. Pay attention, because no one else is. Alright, I'm Code Gray. Catch you guys in the next one.